Let me see if someone is gonna join. This is a very last minute stream. And I'm sick. I wasn't even planning to do stream. But I was like, okay, let me do a quick one. It's NFP today. In 4 minutes actually. So even though I'm alone, I think I'm alone. I don't think there is anyone on the stream. Oh, there is one person on the stream. Hello. Welcome to my stream. So I will just quickly say what I'm expecting to see during NFP, and after that I will explain why. Because now I don't have time to explain why. But I do expect to see a bearish move on euro dollar and pound dollar. For today I haven't prepared any accounts, nothing fun, nothing cool. As I mentioned, I wasn't even planning to do a live stream since I've been with fever for a couple of days. I have really bad throat inflammation. so yeah, I'm not feeling the best, but I decided to go live anyway. And thank you so much guys for joining and supporting me. I haven't been very active on the charts this week just because I've been sick. I haven't been feeling well. But shortly, the reason why I'm anticipating to see a bearish move during NFP from a technical standpoint is because we already took this very visible trendline liquidity, and we're sitting at a level that I've already mentioned a couple of times on the previous live streams. So this is an area that can push price lower. We are about to take out previous weekly high. On pound dollar, we have already taken out this previous weekly high, but we are in this area here that might push price lower, and we already took some buy side liquidity, so now it should be time for sell side. But another thing, I might be wrong actually, because look at this huge imbalance. Price might just shoot up to fill some of this imbalance, and then we might find some. Let me see, what do we have here? We have a breaker block. This is a breaker block, beginning of a breaker block. Okay, 1 more minute to go. So I have no time to explain my thought process. I'll talk about it after the release. But I hope none of you is trading NFP, because you're playing with, oh my god, do you see my screen, or do you see my me on the screen? I hope you're not trading NFP. You shouldn't be trading NFP. This time around I came completely unprepared. I haven't even looked at the charts in 2-3 days. I mean, I checked them briefly, but nothing detailed. Okay. Yes, we're going to fill this imbalance that I just mentioned 2 minutes ago. Oh yeah. And then from here, this is an point of interest. That should hold price. If we want to continue on the downside, overall, this is the zone that should hold price and push price lower. Let me check the weekly. I'm not okay. I'm with fever, but I'm here. I'm not fully okay. I'm eating medicines and but I was just too eager to jump on a short live stream since it's NFP. But no, I'm still sick. I have a really bad tonsils inflammation. Yeah, I wonder how, because it's 35 degrees in Bali every single day, but I think it's from the air conditioner or maybe just some viruses or bacteria. So my tonsils are swollen and it hurts. And yeah, not a cool feeling. It's not a cool feeling. I'm so weak. I have no energy. So yeah, we just feel this imbalance that we have on a higher time frame, on the daily time frame, and I will wait to see how price will behave in this zone here. I remember that I took one trade after NFP in April, but usually I don't take trades after NFP release. Let's see how it's gonna be today. If we get some nice structure in this zone here with some form of confirmation, I might look for shorts, because as I mentioned, we are at a level that caused this move on the downside. So this is a very significant level for pound dollar, and this one is a very hold this one zone is a very significant level for euro dollar. If we want to split it into two, there is one breaker block here and there is an order block above, and I feel so we didn't get a crazy move as we usually get during NFP, but yeah, let's wait and see. Oops, what did I just do? Let me clean up the chart a little bit. This was a nice one-sided move, so people that trade news with stop orders are happy today. Is someone who is on the live stream doing that? So just to mention a few things, So as we can see, we shifted the order flow from bearish to bullish. I mentioned on the previous live stream that I would anticipate to see this balanced price range acting as support for pound dollar, and this is exactly what happened. We had a nice liquidity grab here, and price has been respecting structure really nicely the past few days. We can see that we've been nicely creating higher highs and higher lows for engineering internal trendline liquidity, taking it, tapping into a point of interest, continuing again on the upside. It has been happening since the past 2 weeks. So now we came to this daily fair value gap, and you know that if the daily candle, let's say, closes above this fair value gap, then I would anticipate that this balanced price range that will be formed, if that happens, will act as support and will push price higher to go for this. But what is more likely to happen, in my opinion, is this point of interest or daily order block that we have here to hold price and push price lower to liquidate the liquidity that we have built here. Now, for pound dollar, if you remember, on the monthly we just came from a balanced price range, and I mentioned that this balanced price range for pound dollar might act as support, and the scenario, it looks slightly different from euro. We completely closed this balanced price range, and it was not even a big balanced price range, but we came to this extreme discount. Oh my god, my throat. And as I mentioned, so the possible scenarios are price shifting the order flow here from bullish to bearish, because now we are short-term bullish, and this is the last high that created the lower low. So this high is going to tell us if price will continue lower, or if we violate this high, then we're going to continue to target this trend line liquidity. On a higher time frame, like if we look at the weekly and the daily, the monthly, euro dollar is looking more bearish than pound dollar. For pound dollar, looking at the daily, it's kind of like telling me that this balanced price range acted as support, because we can see that we just tested the whole balanced price range and price pushed back. So the body did not even close within the balanced price range. Price closed above it. So this is kind of like showing me that this might act as support. And unfortunately, since I'm not prepared today, I'm not going to be able now to open Forex Factory to see what was the data from NFP. This is the issue with me staying in Bali. Almost all websites are blocked here, like websites related to trading. So yeah, I apologize for me being unprepared for today's live stream, but at least I made it with the fever, guys, so show me some support. I know I used to do live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but this week I've skipped a few of them because I haven't been feeling well. So yeah, in a nutshell, I will just wait for price to calm down after NFP and look for shift in order flow in order to look for short positions on euro dollar and pound dollar. If I don't see a shift in order flow, I'm gonna stay away. Thank you, Pradeep. I'm actually surprised that there are definitely many people that jumped on the live stream even though it was not even scheduled. I didn't even know if my internet connection will be on my side so that I can go live in such a short notice. Hello, hello. Hello to New Zealand. Even though I've taken a break of not even a whole week from the live streams, it feels like I've taken a crazy long break. Because when I used to do it every second day, it it felt so I was so used to it kind of. Now that I skipped a few days, I feel like it's been forever. And I see that my chat here is not working, but I cannot fix it now. I will be reading directly from here. So let me just explain again for the ones that just joined what I'm looking for and why I'm looking for the things that I mentioned. So I will start with DXY first, and I'll go to the monthly. So on the monthly, we had price retracing into this fair value gap. We had the market structure break here, pull back into discount, and now we have a bullish order flow that is most probably targeting this low resistance liquidity that we have here, as well as those highs that we have over there. From here, if I drop on the weekly chart, we can see that we are currently at the weekly point of interest. So depending on how this week's candle will close, it will kind of like tell us if price would like to retrace lower, maybe into this fair value gap, or we're gonna see this fair value gap acting as support or this order block and price continuing higher. In order for this fair value gap to act as support, we should see the weekly candle closing within the fair value gap or above it, but not below it, because when price closes below the fair value gap, it creates a balanced price range, which acts as support or resistance. So we will see how the weekly candle will close this today. But when we go on the daily, we can see that if you look at the structure from here, we are currently in discount. But if we look at from a higher time frame perspective, we still have room to go on the downside. So it will depend on how today's price will close. But if we look at the if we look at what is happening over here, This is a weekly point of interest, and on the daily, if we refine it, we can see that we have an order block here, and we have a fair value gap here that might act as support. I will remove all these drawings just not to confuse us. This is analysis that I've been doing for the past few days, weeks. So here we have this huge fair value gap, and we have the order block that I just marked. If we look at the structure is still bullish. The order flow is currently bearish, but overall the structure is bullish. Are you married looking for a trader wife? Why are you looking for a trader wife? Okay, so from here, if we pay closer attention, this is the significant low, the important protected low, and if we want to see price continuing on the upside, I would not like to see this low being violated. That's why I mentioned that I might look for short positions on euro dollar and pound dollar. So if I go to the 4-hour chart, we can see that, you know, that whenever we take buy side liquidity, we go for sell side liquidity. So we took first buy side liquidity, which was in form of a trend line liquidity here. And once we took this buy side liquidity with other news events that we have earlier this week, we came to take some sell side liquidity, which was first in form of relative equal lows or trend line that we saw here, and then we saw even a further push on the downside to fill this sell side liquidity, which is in a form of imbalance. So from here, if we get some form of confirmation and clear shift in order flow, it will be valid to look for long positions from a higher time frame perspective. But if we don't get a shift in order flow, we should not just jump into trades just to be in a trade. Another reason why this is a good area is because this area already liquidated previous low, and you know that when we have an area that has already liquidated previous manipulated price, this makes an order block a valid or a stronger order block that has a higher chance to hold price. So let's see what's happening here. We have a clean trend line here, but this won't be targeted today for sure. We didn't even get a crazy move on NFP. We usually get much bigger move, but today's move was not a huge one. 70 pips, okay, it was solid. I'm not gonna say it's not a huge one, it was solid. So seems like we're respecting the breaker block that we have here. Apologies. Yeah. Another thing that I've noticed, almost always when we have significant news events, price usually stops around institutional levels. For example, if, as I mentioned, on the higher time frame, pound dollar looks more bullish than euro dollar. So what might happen is price might just go lower, but instead of creating a lower low on a higher time frame, it might just come, take this trend line liquidity as an internal liquidity, respect this balanced price range that we have on a daily time frame still. We still have this balanced price range here. So price might just come, take this internal liquidity, test this balanced price range, and later on continue on the upside to target the trend line liquidity that I mentioned here. But keep in mind that this is a daily time frame. But we start creating the ideas from the higher time frame, and then we go on the lower time frames. The same thing is happening over and over again. It's just that the higher time frame has much more power than the lower time frame. Why? Because we're dealing with bigger zones, and with that, those zones are more significant than the ones on the lower time frames. So we have on pound dollar, we definitely have a really clean trend line liquidity to target on the upside, but we also have this curved liquidity on the downside. So from a higher time frame perspective, if price finds, one thing that can happen is price respecting this zone, coming to this balanced price range, and later on targeting this liquidity. This is one possible scenario. Second possible scenario is price coming, respecting this zone, pulling back, and then continuing lower and creating a new lower low. That's what I'm anticipating. But I'm quite sure that price might not even reach to there. Why? Because order block is not just one candle. It's the last up move before down move in a bearish market. And the last up move from here started from here, and we have already tested this zone, which on a daily time frame overlaps with the fair value gap. On a weekly time frame, it's a whole order block. So yeah, this looks like internal liquidity. I will definitely expect reaction from here, and I will definitely expect reaction from the balanced price range. And this is not something that we have on euro dollar. That's why I'm saying that euro dollar looks much weaker. So for euro dollar, the chances are much higher that price will just continue and target this trend line liquidity that we created here. So we have one trend line liquidity here, we have another here. Let me see what's going on in the chat. We had NFP today. You must be a new trader. You must be new into trading, sorry. Every first Friday of the month, we have NFP release, which is non-farm payrolls, which is one of the most significant events when it comes to one of the most significant red folder news events that has a lot of impact on DXY. What caused the flip? Which flip are you referring to? Is this a daily event? I just trade shop. I don't really understand what you mean, Wesley Phone, if I pronounced your name correctly. Oh my god, GME. Download the download the dating app and calm down your hormones. I don't know why so many. I'm not gonna say anything. I better keep quiet. Let me check what gold is doing. Hey Chino. Hey Chino. It's been a few days. How are you doing? So, gold seems to be okay on the weekly time frame. We're definitely still bullish, and we have this massive fair value gap that will most probably act as support. But if we draw on the daily, if we drop on the daily, oh, no imbalance at all. Or am I blind? Maybe something tiny there. Okay. Okay, we have something here. Yeah, but we had a market structure shift on the daily time frame on gold. Which happened here. And then price came to this fair value gap and then pushed lower and created the new lower low. But I do believe that this is not, it's definitely a shift, but not a very long-term shift. The weekly is so bullish. So price might be coming. Oops. What did I just do? Sorry guys. It's my tired head. It's the fever. It's not me. Okay. I started watching gold, but I've been like on and off. I haven't been trading it. I'm just watching it. Okay, let's check euro. Euro and pound are still. Okay, gold is weaker. Interesting. Let's see if I'm gonna get a similar trade idea as after last NFP. The last NFP, I got a nice entry. But here, I don't feel focused today to press buttons, to be honest. I'm so weak. I'm in Bali, yeah, but I haven't seen anything from Bali because I've been sick since I came. Last week I was not feeling well. As soon as I got a little bit better, I went out during the weekend, and on Monday I was sick again, and I'm much worse now than what I was before. I have crazy tonsils inflammation, so I've been with fever, and I haven't done much. I've been just by the pool, and on my computer a little bit, and then in the bed, and that's all I've done whole week. Thank you. Yeah, I've been sick. That's why I haven't done any live streams. I've been feeling really bad. I don't have much energy, so that's why I haven't been doing lives. Otherwise, you know how consistent I was. I was here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But this week has been tough. I've had really high fever actually. I don't remember when was last time when I had that high fever, like the past few days. I used to have problems with tonsils inflammation when I was a kid. And it's been a long time since I was sick last time, but now, because last week it was not like inflammation like now. It sucks. I don't like the feeling because I'm so weak. I cannot be as productive as I want to be. Um, I'm not focused. Like, I'm a person who loves to do so many things, but you don't have the energy to do anything, and you kind of feel like, ah, everything sucks. But I'm not feeling so good, but I was just thinking, okay, let me do a short live stream. It's NFP today. And I haven't been live whole week, so I'm like, let me just say hi to my loyal followers that are joining me almost on every single live stream. Today I went for a Balinese massage and it relaxed me a little bit. It gave me some energy, but I'm not fully I haven't fully recovered yet. I still have a lot of pain. My tonsils are swollen. Yeah, that's what my mom told me as well. Salt water. Yeah, I hope I'll be good, guys. I hope I will be good for next week so that I can do a couple of live streams. And I wanted to prepare one uh, psychology webinar that I want to do live, and another thing that I wanted to prepare was it might not be a live stream, but it will be a video with one person who is working in the back end of um, brokers, prop firms, however you want, like a person who is working in the back end, so and person who can share with you the reality and hopefully open your eyes to understand the industry that we're all dealing with. I believe that many of you might be surprised from some of the answers that you might get. But yeah, I was thinking it will be cool definitely to have this person on a call. He wants to stay anonymous, so that's why we might not do it live. I might just have a call with him, record it, and then just cover his face, change his voice, and then release the video. Because I want to, if he wants to stay anonymous, I fully respect that. But I was thinking it will be cool to actually share some information with all of you that you cannot find anywhere on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, I I'm not gonna be looking for trades, but I told you what I would be interested in if I was gonna look for trades. I think I will, if I feel good, I will do a weekly outlook on Sunday or Monday morning, like early Monday morning. Yeah, yeah. You definitely deserve some background info. And I know that there are not many people that can provide such kind of information, so I was thinking like, why not to actually do that? When I have the people, why not to use my network and connections to share things with you that you cannot definitely find anywhere on YouTube? Because those are things that only people that work with brokers and liquidity providers know, not influencers. Okay, I will be I will end the live stream in about in 2 minutes. Um, I just feel that my throat starts itching already. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I will definitely I will definitely work on providing more value for you, and I'll try to bring more valuable people to do videos with me or jump on a live stream so that you can learn more about this industry. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a great week. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend ahead. And yeah, I hope that I'm gonna be healthy and do another weekly outlook on Sunday or hopefully Monday. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all support. And see you soon again. I'll be here even if I'm not feeling really well. If I'm able to speak and if I don't have fever, I believe that I will do a weekly outlook at the beginning of the week or Sunday. So see you soon again. Enjoy the weekend.